I worry that the glory days of tech YouTube is over.
You are saying that because your channel sucks,
It has everything to do with tech being boring. Let me explain. Most tech YouTubers are essentially tech journalists. Their job involves talking about the new stuff. New phones, new computers, new watches, what have you. And they get paid through views, which is essentially a person's interest in whatever it is that they're talking about. So what happens when the news is boring and people have less interest? It's no secret that there isn't exactly breakneck innovation going on right now. Just look at the S25 Ultra. The main feature with that is having AI, which was the exact same thing Samsung said with the S24. And by the way, it's apparently a subscription service, so at least the iPhone 16 had an extra button. You gotta give them credit for that. And as time goes on and things become even less interesting, we could perhaps see a stagnation of interest in tech, where there's less people tuning into tech videos to watch for fun, and it might become more of a utilitarian genre where you only watch tech videos if you're going to buy something, thereby rendering most tech videos useless. Let's look at Marquez. What a beautiful man. No, not him, goddammit. The videos, the reviews, for God's sake. Check out the spreadsheet. Pretty proud of it. This shows the views of each of his iPhone reviews, starting from the 5S all the way until the 16. As you can see, there is a direct correlation between the views the video gets and how exciting the upgrade was. There is insane growth from the 10 to the 13 because of the massive design changes, the flat edges, and promotion displays. So pretty big changes. But 13 onwards, when the changes became as significant as the prospect as me finding happiness, the views began to decline because it was just more boring. So what happens when there's even less changes later on down the line? The community will obviously never go away completely, but that could be a shrinking in the total number of tech YouTubers out there. I don't think we should overestimate just how bad things will get. Instead, we should just,
estimate me.
And if you enjoyed the video, please drop a subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before Valentine's Day, so it's something to look forward to. Unlike American immigrants, we are lucky because just like tech YouTubers, companies also rely on public interest for money. The more interest people will have, the more likely they are to check it out and therefore to buy it. So companies will always try to come up with some gimmick to shout down your throats and to make you buy their crap. Just look at the iPhone 17 Air, the anorexic iPhone. This phone will generate interest from two kinds of people. The first is, oh my god, it's so pretty. And the other, the fandroids just raging at this phone, for something I'm sure that's going to piss people off. Apparently it's going to be like $800 but only have one camera and probably worse battery life. Jesus Christ, man. What the hell is this thing? God damn it. We're probably going to see Ben Gay 2.0. Jerry Rig is definitely going to lose his mind. That beautiful bald head of his is going to light on fire. And let's not forget that we are currently on the brink of life-changing technology like AI and AR glasses. When these things take over the world, which AI already has, and good God, it's I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing.
Girl calls me a snack. How do I reply?
Yeah, that's how it works. You're doing AI.
The havoc that AI is going to wreak upon our society is going to be so interesting and so delicious and so disastrous and insane that it's going to be very interesting covering all that stuff, and that will get views. And as to AR technology like the Vision Pro, I do think that it's the next big thing. It's the next smartphone. Might not replace it, but it's going to be just as useful. And we might not see significant advancements right now, perhaps 5 years down the line, but there's going to be a time where we're going to see massive jumps between each model, just like we saw with iPhones in the early days. And that's going to create a lot of interest with new models and new software updates, new leaks, all sorts of, a whole economy is going to be born out of just Vision Pro videos. My concern in the current period of stagnation that we find ourselves in is that there isn't a lot of substance in the new stuff that's going on. And there's nothing exciting happening, and therefore views might decline, at least for the near future. And YouTubers could begin to rely more and more on spectacle and ADHD brain rot crazy editing to sort of force the boring things to appear interesting. And that might be the only way to keep people watching and to bring in new people. And the channels who aren't able to replicate the insane Nolan-like production quality we see with the top tech YouTubers fizzle out, because when there's less views in circulation, there's less to go around for everyone, and we might see a massive decline in the number of people who are working on YouTube full-time as a full-time job. Tech is already an extremely difficult field to get into because, how can you talk about the new phone and do reviews and all that when Marquez gets the phone whilst the event is still going on, right? I mean, how do you compete with that? There are dozens and dozens of YouTubers and all the top guys get stuff early, and by the way, no hate to them. I'm somewhat jealous. It's obviously they work really hard to get where they are, and they should get the benefits of being the top dogs. So it's going to be really interesting to watch how the genre adapts to this boredom. I hope that we don't go down the path of, Mr. Beast tech videos, because that would destroy the soul of this genre. It's essentially some dorky, weird guy and no prospects of finding a girlfriend, talking about some cool gadget. The strategy that I'm taking, which is, moderately my mouth won't let me lie to you guys. I'm not interested in, doing the typical review thing and the news coverage and the leaks and whatnot, because like I said before, there are people out there with IMAX production value that can do this better than I can. And so I'm trying to take the route of essentially turning this into a social studies channel, but through the lens of technology, to try and make videos more relatable and cozy and more interesting. Because man, these specs and stuff, they get real bland and real old real quick. To make it like a bunch of bros around a campfire, ignoring nature and talking about tech and screens. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. It really helps out. Like I'm saying, we're trying to get 1,000 subscribers. That's the next big milestone. It's one small step for me, one giant leap for nobody. But I really appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end. Really means a lot that you put up with the content. I hope you enjoyed. Have fun, good luck, good health, enjoy life, be funny, be happy, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.